peaceful. Mohican River. And it's moving a little bit. You can see the leaves moving in the river there. In the summer, this thing is a hotbed for tubing. Look how nice that looks. The tree looks like it's gonna fall over. It's just a little area here where you can, actually you could probably even go swimming in there if you wanted to. Not right now, it's October 28th. But yeah, just basically you could put in right there. And conveniently have a trash. Over that way is the camp store. Pool's over there when it's open in the summer. There's still people out camping. And there's a lot of sites that aren't even being used right now. I mean, they're decent sites. I've been over here before. And then the center section over there. It's pretty cool. A little bathroom house. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of empty spots still. But there's still tent campers over here too. What's nice over here is you have electric. So all of these posts right there is an electric post. And I'm sure those tent campers appreciate having the electricity for heaters or just general cooking devices, what have you, making coffee. But yeah, there's a ton of room over here. Wouldn't be too great for Starlink. Let's site 94 just to get a reference. And look at all these sites available. It's crazy, that guy's got a full-size Weber grill over there. I feel kind of weird walking around with my camera on video. Kind of the first time I've done this. There's another van guy. I was walking through here and there was probably 4 or 5 vans all together. So I don't know, van lifers or whatever, but a couple of people doubled up on the sites to probably save money and just, I mean, there's plenty of sites available. I can't imagine they were doing anything else. There's a really expensive van right over there. It's a Mercedes Sprinter van. Yep. Big bucks. And then, who knows, $12? I don't know. And there's a new camp. Not sure which one that, oh, it's a 320. That is a 320. Nice. Pulling it with a Nissan. Pretty cool. I'll tell you what, there seems to be more people over here than where I'm camped out. I think we'll make a little left-hand turn here. I'll show you down here though, this do not enter sign. That's the middle section there. There's that van again that we were looking at. But look at all the empty spots. And then there's a whole section on the other side of the main road that comes in. It looks like the camp host guy over there. They usually spot them with the John Deere 4-wheelers. And then look how many people are down here. Let's see if we can get a, that's site 133 right there. And these are full hookups, so you see the water and the sewer and electric. So that was 133. And we'll just make our way down here. Whole bunch of Class C's and vans. I mean, you see everything out here. Tents. You see a bunch of people tent camping still in the cold weather. Got down to freezing last night. Wasn't too bad, especially with a heater. Not bad at all. There's people camping out over there. There's some tent campers way in the back over there behind the washroom. Right there. You know, they do a pretty good job over here too with a lot of the, not only the facilities, this is just bathrooms, but they have 2 or 3 main areas for showers. I think it's 3 areas. One up front where I'm at, one in the middle here, and I think over there is another shower house, but I could be mistaken. That's actually where the if you go behind here, back here, you can jump on the trail and follow the ridge trail all the way up there, and then all the way into the other side where the parking lot and the entrance is. So, pretty cool. Got a huge site right here. This is really nice. This one has a pad for the picnic table. Site 141. Pretty good. This tree looks like it's gonna fall over one of these days. And this site is pretty cool too. 146. That one's like right along the river. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting a glare. But 146 backs up right to the water. Not bad. Fire rings on all these sites. Not bad at all. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll end up going... Yeah, why don't we go up the back way? And you can see along the ridge trail. Look how beautiful that is, though. Just take a moment to look at all the colors. Absolutely gorgeous. Sky is blue. It's right where we came from. There's some camps way down that road, like in a little cul-de-sac. But look at that sky. Amazing. October 28th. I'm walking around with shorts on and a hoodie. Beautiful out. Okay, this is the main road. This will take you, if you keep going straight on this road, that'll take you to the camp store, which will be on your left. The set of showers will be on your right, as well as the pool. But that'll also take you out of the park. So we're gonna go the opposite way and cross the road here so we don't watch out for cars. And we'll take a walk up here. Those are shower houses, by the way. So that's the third set, which is really nice. You get hot water. They're pretty clean. I was gonna say the shower houses are pretty clean. The one that I'm nearest to, though, it's one of those showers that you have to push the valve. I don't know what they're called, but it only goes for a few minutes and then you have to hit it again. I usually use the middle one by the bathrooms. That has actually proper faucet, shower knobs for running the water. These are little cabins over here. Kind of nice. Here's the parking for them, but kind of neat little cabins. I don't know why you'd spring for one of those when you can do so many more things. There's a few people over there. But these sites all have pretty tall trees next to them. That's site 63, by the way, across from the cabins. And see what I'm saying about the dumpsters? Pretty cool. So, site 62. Some people doing some shit over here. Yep, so look at this area over here. I just was stopped. Actually, there was a guy and a gal. That guy had a Buc-ee's hat on, so we were chatting it up about Buc-ee's being a rite of passage for campers and travelers on the road. And yeah, and apparently they're bringing one to Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. Should be pretty interesting. I was telling them the story about when I was out west and traveling around, and I was in California by mistake. But I was going from Nevada to Arizona, kind of made a right turn, started going down this road, and there was a Buc-ee sign, but it said like 830 some miles. So Buc-ee's, what they do is they alert you, 50 more miles to a Buc-ee's if you can hold out. So this one was like 800, 900 miles to the nearest Buc-ee's. I thought that was pretty neat. So this over here is kind of packed. So what's nice about these, they're pull-through sites. These are full hookup pull-through sites on the left, and then just full sites over here on the right. Let's see this. This site right here is 47. And I missed that one, but that's 48, where that Sabre is. Pretty cool. And yeah, people are having a good time still. It's a little cold out, but it's still nice out. There were a bunch of people outside. I didn't want to film them, so we're just making our way around. I'll use that expensive van as a reference. There's the Mercedes Sprinter van right there again. So we've effectively just made a big loop. Here's the center road that I was pointing out. Oh, those are called Sherman cabins. Those are sites 45 through 64 down that way. And there's that van, a bunch of empty sites. Look at how beautiful that is. So we're just out for a little stroll here. And not too many people are outside. There's a few of them that have fires going and they're chit-chatting, but not a whole lot of activity. Because just like the animals, right? You slow down when it gets cold. So yeah, this is just the main road. And now we're heading back toward the entrance, or exit if you will. I guess it provides both. And on the left here, on the left hand side here, we have the camp store. The guy was being nice and moving over. There's not really a whole lot of places to walk along here. Also at this camp store, they have I don't know what you call it. It's like a mining setup where kids can go in and buy a bag of dirt and try to find some treasures, I guess. But they have a sleuthing area there. I don't know what you call it, not sleuthing. Someone will correct me on that, but basically they can act as little miners. The miners can act as little miners. How about that? That's a joke my brother and I have from a great movie. I'm sure you could put it in the comments if you know where that comes from. Miners, not miners. So, a couple of pathways into the camp store. They have, what I was going to say is, I can't really see it up close here. Let's see. Okay, right there next to the ice machine. I don't know if all of the Ohio parks have this, but this one in particular has a bike station. So you can mount your bike up there, and they have all the tools to service your bike. It would make sense because that ridge trail that again goes all the way over there, all the way down there for, I don't know, 2-3 miles. It's pretty intense if you start from this end over here and go this way. There's about 8 climbs that will burn your lungs out. But a lot of guys will come here, guys and gals I'm sure, that mountain bike. Some really good mountain bike trails. So here's a big Class A. There's 44. Oh, by the way, across from the camp store, there's a big parking lot here people use to park when they go in and check into the camp store. But also, this is the shower house that I like to use. This is the one in the middle of the park. Has the showers that stay on, and you don't have to keep monkeying with the stupid faucet thing. I don't know why they do that, but look how beautiful that is. Look at that. Sun going down over the trees and just perfectly blue skies. Unbelievable. This is site 44. I think I mentioned that. And this is part of the camp store. This is actually the road that we're camped out on. I'm by myself. Why do I say we're? Guess I'm talking to you. We are traveling together. Hey, I said it. Site 43. And here's some more pull-through sites. These are full hookup sites over here. 41. On both sides. On this side of the shower are full hookup sites. Shit ton of people over here. Wait till you see the area that I'm in. Here's a cargo trailer conversion. I was talking to this guy the other day. It's like a 8.5 by 27 foot rig. Took him about a year to put together. And I was gonna try to show you what that was like, but it's hard to see. So this is the camp store where we came from down this way. So another bathroom on our right. Site 35 to our left. And these pull-through sites are pretty nice, especially for the bigger rigs. It for a few minutes, and I'll pick you up when I get to the other shower house. Okay, so site 28 to our right, where this Class C is. Got another trash bin right there. And then this is the shower bathrooms for this area. Not too bad. Across the street there is the tent area where people park where that SUV is, and then they camp back in the trade area. You have fire rings, no electric, nothing like that, but you have to park on the road itself there. Not on the road, in the parking spots. Each one has its own designated spot. You only get one parking spot per campsite. It's not bad. I've done that before. And then you cross a little bridge, or if there's no water in the area there, you can just walk across the grass. But it's pretty cool. There's more cabins across from there, so you have the tent campers there, and then you have more cabins over there. I don't think there's a particular name for them, like the other ones are Sherman cabins. I don't know what those are called. So, a lot of one-ways too, by the way. You'll see a lot of the do not enter and arrows. The main road, obviously, you have double yellow. But along here, we're walking against traffic right now. So now we're gonna be coming into the area that I'm camped in. You can actually see Lago right there. And this is site 25 to our right. Nice open spot. It's good to note for Starlink, because north is actually over the ridge trail. I'll show you where Michelago's satellite is pointing. It's like 24 to our right. It's a huge Montana fifth wheel. And what's weird is they actually have steps on the street side of that fifth wheel. They have it on both sides. I don't think I've seen that before. It's in the spirit for Halloween. Get it? Spirit? I know. Dad jokes, but I'm not a dad. And more pull-through sites on the left, but as you can see, they're just electric. No water, no sewer. There's a little shack right here for a bathroom. Look at this over here. There's nobody. Look at that, nothing. To my left here is site 15. Over there is 18. Big trees. Amazing though. Hey, look at this over here. Everything looks like it's still intact. We are plugged into 50 amp service. And yeah, pretty nice. There's the Nikki the truck. And there's the setup. I'll show you the Starlink. So the Starlink, see the Starlink is pointing. It's in that direction. So if I can zoom out and see what's in my way. That stupid tree right there. Although I still get service, but it says it's partially obstructed. But that's okay, it still works. It's still fast. And there's the site, but nobody over there and one guy over there. There's another bathroom and then more trash down at the end, but this is the entrance exit right down here. They don't even have people manning the guardhouse anymore. You have to go to the camp store to check in. Again, mentioned that earlier. So that's it. Bye.